Welcome y'all. In today's video, I have got quick and easy Dollar Tree fall DIYs that anybody can do. So, let's get to it. Okay, for this first craft, we're going to use 2 rectangle Dollar Tree signs, a wooden leaf, some burlap letters I had in my stash, wood glue, hot glue, and some assorted paint. Once I'd removed all the hangers and the staples, I began to put down my wood glue and using lots of it because I really wanted this to stay together. And I'm using 2 signs. I wanted a little bulkier piece than just having the one because they are kind of flimsy. So here I am just putting down gobs of the super glue wood glue. And then I will go back with my hot glue and fill in the spaces where I don't have any wood glue. Once I had all my glue in place, I put the 2 pieces together, right sides facing one another, really smushed it together, and then attached clamps around all the sides. And I do want to mention that I also use staples, but I didn't get that on camera. So I did staple it as well. And then I just covered the front with the pumpkin Waverly chalk paint, and I did use 2 coats and I dried it in between using my heat gun. And there you see I stapled to the back because I really want this thing to stay together. So now I'm just using some Waverly wax and a chip brush and just lightly distressing. Of course, this is always optional. If you don't like this, just leave it out. Y'all know me, I love to distress. So that's all I'm doing here, just back and forth real lightly along the board until I get it the way that I like it. If you're new here, my name is Robin, and I am so glad to be back creating DIYs, making videos for you guys. It's been a hot minute, but I would appreciate it if you're new and you like what you see. Please consider subscribing because I really want this channel to grow, and I'd love to have you as part of the family. Once I have my distressing done, I'm using the color Mustard by Anita's Paint and using that to paint my leaf, which is going to be my letter A in the word grateful, because that's what we're going to put on this sign. So I'm just going over it. I use 2 coats because these little wood cutouts just soak up paint like nobody's business. I then go in with my Waverly wax once again and just start distressing the edges of my leaf. I want it to kind of blend in and match with the board. And I also painted the stem of the leaf with the Waverly wax as well. And I'm just kind of hitting the edges here and there, a little bit on the leaf itself. Again, this is totally optional and up to you. I spaced out my letters on my board, and these letters have a sticky back, but I wanted to make sure they stayed down. So I am using my Gorilla glue stick just to give it some extra insurance that they're not going to go anywhere. And I just have them spaced out using my ruler, and I do this for all my letters in the word. I'm trying to use up what I've got in my stash, which is quite a huge stash. But if you don't have letters like this, you could use your Cricut if you wanted to. You could certainly hand letter. I'm not that good at hand lettering, so I always try to find some letters already cut out. Wood letters would be cute. Um, just use what you have because that's what I'm doing. I've not been shopping at Dollar Tree, guys, in over a year and a half. And that in itself is a feat. Does it seem like summer has just flown by this year? I don't know about y'all, but to me, it's just like summer just started like yesterday, and now here we are getting ready for fall. It's just crazy. And I mean, the stores are putting out not only fall but Christmas stuff. I'm like, please don't rush it. Don't rush this year away. It's crazy. Well, now I'm just attaching some, try this again. I'm going to attach my leaf with some hot glue, and I'm going to add a little raffia bow that I picked up at Hobby Lobby to the top of my leaf. This is so cute. I wanted to give my letters that rustic, weathered look too. So I'm using a small brush and applying some antique wax just here and there, wherever I think it needs it, just to make those letters look a little worn. My letters really weren't standing out, so I'm just going in with some white paint, going around the edges, dabbing some here and there on every letter to make them kind of pop. And that's it for this one, guys. I did go in and add a messy bow to one corner. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think it turned out really rustic and really cute. For this next craft, I'm using one of these Dollar Tree pumpkins that's attached to the stand. I pulled off the bow, and now, as you see, the wrestling match begins between me and the burlap. This stuff was not easy to get off, I'm telling you the truth, but I eventually did. I used my heat gun some and just good old muscle, but it came off. If you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a big old thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and of course, be sure to hit that subscribe button and set that notification bell to all so you won't miss another video, because doing all of these things helps YouTube recognize my channel just a little bit more. Okay, so to get rid of this glitter, I'm just using my sanding block and going over it. Oh my gosh, there was so much glitter, y'all. It's not even funny. I wish they quit using glitter. Don't y'all? I mean, I'm not a glitter fan. Maybe just a little bit at Christmas, but I think Dollar Tree goes overboard on the glitter. I think, you know, no glitter is fine with me. Now for removing the actual pumpkin from the stand, I'm using my heat gun and my X-Acto knife and really trying to heat that glue up. I was hoping it would just pop out of there once I got it hot enough, but I broke the first one trying to do this. So I just kept on using my heat tool, going in with my X-Acto knife, and finally I got it apart. Now, what I did with the X-Acto knife is just kind of score it back and forth on each side to get that glue to come out. And I would switch, like I said, I'd switch back and forth between my heat gun and then using the X-Acto knife to pry this thing loose. Because I'd already broken the first one. So this is my last one, and I was bound and determined to make this work. Once I had it apart, I traced the pumpkin onto a piece of scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then just attached the paper to the pumpkin using a glue stick. Such pretty paper. I fell in love with it. The blues, the oranges, I just love it. You could also use Mod Podge to attach it down, but my preferred method is the glue stick, and I really, really love the Gorilla Craft glue sticks. They work really well, and I've never had a problem with anything coming off. So here I'm just smoothing it out really well using my hands, making sure I've got all the edges to line up. And then once the glue has had a chance to dry, I use my finger sander and go around the pumpkin to get any excess paper off. So you get a nice smooth finish this way. I could have painted the stem of my pumpkin, but I chose to use some twine. I just wrapped it around the stem a bunch of times and then secured it down with some hot glue. To put the pumpkin back on the stand, I'm just using some of my Gorilla Hot Glue, putting it along the bottom edge of the pumpkin and then into that slat on the stand to make sure that it stays there. To finish it off, I'm using some wired berry garland that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I'm just wrapping it around my pencil there, making little curlicues or tendrils for the top of my pumpkin. For a little something extra, I had these tiny wooden leaves that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I just stuck two of them under the stem of the pumpkin, and that's it for this one. I think this turned out really pretty. All the fall colors, it just screams fall vibes. Y'all let me know what you think about this one. Okay, for this last one, y'all please forgive me because I either lost most of the footage or I didn't have my camera on. I'm using a 4x6 frame from Dollar Tree, a piece of burlap paper, a little wooden cutout pumpkin, and a sheet of rub-on transfers, and some more of that mustard paint. This one is super simple. All I did was paint my pumpkin with the mustard color, and once the paint had dried, I cut off the word fall, I believe, from that rub-on transfer sheet and attached it to the center of my pumpkin, and then glued my pumpkin down to my burlap paper and then put it all in the frame. And then I also decorated the frame using some more of those rub-on transfers. Super simple and turned out so cute for just a couple of bucks. Thank you guys so much for choosing to click on this video and watch it. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I appreciate all your support. Please continue to support my channel by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to check out the video that will appear on this screen. Until next time, y'all go get your craft on. Bye.